Good morning, everybody. Patty Ann here. Hang on just a second. I hope you have a cup of coffee or something to sip on with me while you watch this video, because I think you're really going to be excited. First of all, I do want to remind you to join our Cricut Design Space Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann. We have a lot of members over there and everybody's helping each other. It's a really nice, friendly group. Additionally, I would appreciate if you're interested to join our Patreon group. The Patreon group basically just costs $1 a month, and you get one free mystery challenge to do a month, and then a video that goes with it, and a worksheet printout that goes with it as well. And you also will get some supplementary materials. For example, in yesterday's video you did get creating an offset for your designs in Inkscape, and it was a 3-page PDF file on how to do that. And I always just save little samples of what I've done in my binder. The other thing today, I have one that's called Text Offset using Inkscape. So you'll get this printout, and you'll always keep it with you if you want to print it out in your binder, and then when you need to look it up, because you forget, because I even sometimes have to watch my own videos because it's hard to remember everything. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. I was so excited that at 4 o'clock in the morning I came scampering down here into the basement to try this out. So enough of my talking. Let's get busy and go up to Inkscape. So here we are in Inkscape, and this is going to be very easy. The first thing that you have to do is simply to come over here to the text tool. Right here's the text tool in Inkscape. And it says click on it, or I say click on it. Hey, you know, I think I should follow my directions. All right, so it says go to text tool and choose a script font. And the one that I chose is Magnolia Script. It's one that is free from dafont.com. I just really like how it looks. There are several there that are called Magnolia. Get the Magnolia Script one. So I went to the text tool and I selected Magnolia Script, and then I come down here and click, and you see it makes a cursor very large. And I think I'll just type in, maybe I'll type in Happy Easter, since it's coming up. All right, so there is Happy Easter. Now, how am I going to create an outline around that, or an offset? Oh, it's so easy, you guys. Watch this. So you come down to the paint bucket tool. It's called Fill Bounded Areas, and you click on that. And now this is what's different compared to what we had done yesterday. You need to change this menu up here. Yesterday it said Alpha. Today you want it to say Visible Colors. You want the threshold to be 17 to start with. I'm going to make grow shrink by 17 just to start with, and I'm not going to have it be millimeters like it was yesterday. I'm going to change that to point, PT, point. And I'm going to have this say close gaps none. Okay, so I've typed in Happy Easter, and now I'm going to get the paint bucket tool, and I'm going to go up here because I think something changed on me. Visible colors. I wanted this to be 17. I must have changed something, and hit enter. All right, and close gaps is none. Okay, then I'm just going to take my paint bucket and just click on any one of these letters, and look, you can see it makes bubbly letters. But if I want both of these connected, I can hold down my shift key and come over here and click a letter in this, and it gets some of it. Keep holding the shift key and get the rest. All right, so that's exactly how you do it. Easy peasy. Let me go undo for a minute. And let me explain to you why I had to do it several times. Notice that these letters are all touching, so they'll all be bubbled at the same time. So if I click on the P, everything is bubbled. If I come over here, the first thing that's going to be chosen will be the EAS, and then the TER I'll have to do again. So I'll hold down my shift key because I want everything to be connected. Click on that and see how that connects those bubbles. Then I'll still holding my shift key down, I'll click on this one. All right, that's perfect, except for one thing. Do you see these crazy little holes right here, like that and that? I don't want them in there. So all I have to do is come up to this tool right here, edit paths by nodes, and click on it. And then you'll notice there are nodes or little squares, and let me zoom in so you can see more easily. I just hit the plus key on my keyboard to zoom in. Now you can see these little tiny squares. Those are called nodes. All I have to do is take this thing and draw a box around them, and then hit delete on my keyboard, and it's gone. Select this by drawing a box around it, hit delete on my keyboard, and it's gone. And you may be thinking, well, that's really swell, Patty Ann, but where's the text? Okay, that's easy. I am just going to come up here to Object, lower to bottom, and that made the pinky stuff go to the bottom and the text come up at the top. Now, this can be a printable or a cut file, and I'll show you how to do that. All you have to do is come up here to File, Save As, and I'm going to name it Happy Easter Text, just so I remember. And this is the biggest problem right here. If you don't do what I tell you to do right here, you'll be so frustrated forever and ever. Amen. So instead of saving it as an Inkscape SVG, you must come over here to this drop-down menu and save it as a plain SVG. So it must say plain SVG here, or it will not work. Again, say Save. And then all you have to do is open up Cricut Design Space and go to Upload, Upload an Image, Browse. There it is, Happy Easter Text. Yours probably will not look like that. That's because I have another separate program. But it's the Happy Easter Text SVG file. I'll say Open. All right. So since it says this, I know that there's something that's not quite right. There it is. Aha! I know what I did wrong. So follow me back. Let's cancel this. Let's go back to Inkscape. Okay, we're back here now to fix that. And all I have to do is I have to come up here to the selection tool, click on the text, and come up here to Path, Union. After I've done that, I click on the pink, and I come up here to Path and Union. And it'll work, but while we're here, let's try one more thing. Let's get that paint bucket again, and let's get a different color, and try it again and see what happens. All right. So we have the same issue again. Not everything was enclosed or colored in. So I come back here to the node editor, and then I can just actually draw a box around all of these and say delete on my keyboard, and they're all gone. And now I can click on this and say Object, lower to the bottom, and there it is. Now this object also, I'll need to click on it and go to Path, Union. And now this is ready to go. So let's go to File, Save As. I'll do this one as number 2, Happy Easter Text 2. Can I just save it? No. I've got to change it to plain SVG and then save. And now let's open Cricut Design Space, and I bet we won't get that warning up there. Let's go to Upload, Upload an Image, Browse. It's going to be Happy Easter 2. Open. Okay, notice no warning came up here. It came in perfectly. I'm going to say Save. If I highlight this and say Insert It, we're going to have 3 totally different cut files. The black, which is like the text, the font. the pink, which is the first layer, and the green. And yes, you can cut these out and layer 3 layers of vinyl with no problem. So let's go to make it and see. So we have the black and the green and the pink. Perfect. Let's cancel that for just a second, and let's imagine that instead of using all that vinyl, we just want to do a print then cut of this. So the first thing I have to do is make sure that nothing is too large. So I'm going to change this up here from 9.559 to 9.25 because we know we can print then cut that size. And now, do you remember from a previous lesson what we have to do next? Which tool do we use where we can flatten, where we can change any cut file into a print then cut? Yep, the flatten. So now it's a print then cut. Notice over here, there are no longer 3 cut files. There's just 1 print then cut. If we go to make it, okay, it's going to make this. It's going to print it out in all the colors, and it's going to just go right around this. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, and I'll do the vinyl one just so you can see what they're like, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm ready to start the next part of the project. I have a bucket here that I just got from the Dollar Tree, so obviously it was $1. I'm going to clean it off first with my alcohol. I use rubbing alcohol. I use the one that's 91%, although I don't know if that's absolutely necessary. But I clean this well, and I got to make sure it dries really well. So. And now I've taken I've already weeded all of the things that I cut out. And oh, up here you'll see the one that was the print and cut. Okay, but this is going to be the one, and I hope I didn't get my fingers on there just now. This is going to be the one that is the cut file, and I'm going to adhere it to this. So I've already taken and weeded the parts that I need, and I'm using some old Cricut transfer paper. I seem to like it when it's a little bit older. If you don't have any that's old, what you can do is just kind of put this up against some clothing or something, that the transfer paper, and that kind of gets a little bit of the fuzzes from your shirt onto the paper. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to make sure I'm not putting this upside down, which I was. I want to put this way. Kind of get a sense of where the center is by folding it in half, and maybe, if you can see, maybe creasing it a little bit here, just so I can see where the center is. And I'm just estimating it. So I'm going to estimate there. I'm not sure. And I need to, the bad thing about using old transfer paper is that you can't see through it very well. Alright, so I'm going to start at the center and begin working my way out to the sides. Like that. Making sure there's no wrinkles or bubbles. And I might want to burnish it a little bit with the tool. I've seen other people, there's another type of basket or bucket that they have at the Dollar Tree, but they only had one of them there, and I wanted several to play with. So, saw a little bit of a bubble. I'm going to work that out right now. Okay, there's the first layer done. And now I'm ready for the second, which will be the blue. So I've got to put that on my transfer paper. And again, just kind of squeegee it down gently. Doesn't have to be stuck like glue on here. Turn this upside down. It's a lot easier if you do it this way. Fold. This is a different type of vinyl. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to try to center this on top of the green. So, you know, I think I wish I didn't have such dirty transfer paper because I can't see through it that well. Anyway, I'll probably be taking this off because this is just a sample to show you guys how to do it. I'm burnishing that down. See if it'll come off perfect. So the final layer will be the text. And of course I did not have to mirror this since it's not heat transfer vinyl or HTV or iron-on vinyl. And just do the same thing again. Lightly burnish. Turn it over and bring it up. Look at that go. Perfect. All right, now let's see if I can get this on here right. Yeah, perfect. Just start from the center and work yourself out to the sides. Okay, and then burnish it down a little bit with your tool. Just to make it sure everything sticks. Now, I probably, if I was really making this, would use some different colors of vinyl. I just don't have very much vinyl. I need to make an investment. So my samples look a little spiffier. But I think you get the idea. So this turned out really cute, you guys. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? And then I could make little dots. I've seen people do that, little Easter egg shapes, and put them around here. And I could do that in different colors maybe, because I do have some different colors of small tiny pieces. So again, here it is in the print and cut, and here it is in the vinyl. And all I did was to make the offset in Inkscape. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember, I'd love it if you'd come over to both our Facebook group and join us there. And also, if you're already a member there, you might want to consider joining us over at Patreon. It really helps support what I'm trying to do here for your tutorials, and you get bonuses because you get the free monthly challenge, and you also get bonus worksheets and things to supplement your learning. So again, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.